Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Most Formula One races take place on Sundays, but longtime F1 fans know that the real drama often happens the day before during qualifying. Today, we'll dive into how qualifying works in F1 and why it's so crucial. Before we start, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up if you find it informative. Alright, let's get right into it. Formula One uses a knockout qualifying system. The first session, called Q1, is 18 minutes long. All 20 F1 drivers participate, each trying to set the fastest lap time possible. The top 15 lap times move on to Q2, while the bottom 5 are eliminated and will start the race in the last 5 positions on the grid. Q2 is slightly shorter than Q1 at 15 minutes, but follows the same format. Here, the drivers aim to move onto the final stage, Q3. Only the 10 fastest cars make it to Q3, while the 5 slowest are eliminated and will start the race from the 11th to 15th positions based on their best lap time in Q2. Finally, in Q3, the 10 remaining drivers have 12 minutes to set the fastest lap time. The order they achieve determines the front 10 positions on the grid. The fastest lap time in Q3 awards the driver pole position, which is a significant advantage for the race. In some races, like the Monaco Grand Prix, qualifying is even more important due to the difficulty of overtaking on the narrow track. For instance, in the 2024 Monaco Grand Prix, there were less than 10 overtakes, and the top 10 qualifiers finished in the same order they started. Today, all cars qualify for the race, but it wasn't always like this. In the past, more cars entered than there was space on the track, and some wouldn't qualify. These were listed as DNQ, or did not qualify. Back in the late 1980s and the early 1990s, as many as 39 cars attempted to qualify for races, which was dangerous. So a pre-qualifying stage was used. Teams with the worst records and all new teams had to pre-qualify, with only the 4 fastest moving on to the main qualifying session. Where the number of cars fell below 26, all cars automatically qualified, which led to slower cars causing problems during the race. The 107% rule, introduced in 1996, meant any car's qualifying time had to be within 107% of the pole time, or it wouldn't qualify. This rule is still in place today to ensure competitive racing. In 2022, some rules around tire compounds during qualifying were removed to help midfield and smaller teams. Previously, drivers had to start the race on the tires they used in Q2, which often disadvantaged smaller teams. Now, teams can start the race on whichever tire compounds they choose. In 2021, the FIA approved 3 Grand Prix on the schedule to feature sprint races for qualifying. The order drivers finished in the sprint race determined their grid position for the main Grand Prix in 2021 and 2022. Starting in 2023, the FIA increased the number of sprint races to 6, and the results of the sprint race was no longer the starting order for the Grand Prix. That meant each sprint race weekend would feature a sprint qualifying called the Sprint Shootout and regular qualifying for Sunday's Grand Prix. The Sprint Shootout is held over 3 shortened sessions. SQ1, SQ2, and SQ3 will last 12, 10, and 8 minutes respectively. For 2024, sprint qualifying has moved to Friday following FP1, with the sprint taking place on Saturday ahead of the qualifying for the Grand Prix later that day. The Grand Prix itself will remain on Sunday. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, press the bell icon so you never miss out on future uploads. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Till then, rev it up and check out this video on F1 sprint races.